I'm at the stage now where I put the flywheel back in. I've done up the bolts. The one down the bottom there is a little bit tricky to get to, but I managed to do it. So we're back in now, and the next stage is for me to put the top section down there onto here. I'm going to reuse the gasket that came off of this. I'll show you the gasket. Copper gasket, as you can see. It's in quite good condition, so I'm going to reuse that. Someone has done some damage there, which I'm going to try and knock out in a minute. It doesn't go all the way through, so I don't really think that's going to be an issue. I'm going to flatten that out and reuse it. I don't know why they've done that. They've obviously put something into the side, I guess, to try and lever the top off. Really don't know. That side's okay, but as I say, I think this is good enough. The material inside there looks alright, so I'm going to reuse that. If it leaks, then obviously I'll get another one, but we'll go with this one. So let's put the tripod down there. You can see that. So the way I'm going to try and do it, I think we'll use pliers on it to start with. Try and straighten it out like that. That doesn't work. We'll try something else. Try the bigger ones. It's not as easy as I thought. What I might try and do is put a big screwdriver on that and try and tap it out. I don't want to do any more damage to it. No, that's not working either. It's harder than I thought. I think that'll come out very easily. It's flattening it, but it's not really pushing it out. Let's try levering it like that. I'll try the pliers again, if you can see what I'm doing there. Try and pull it out. It's not really moving. That crease in there is quite pronounced. If I can squeeze on the top and try and pull it this way. Yeah, I think that's probably as good as I'm going to get it. You can see that on the camera. Probably won't show up very well, but it's a little bit better. And what I'm going to do now, I need to be careful of that fibre there. I'm going to put a scraper underneath and then just tap it with a hammer. Try and knock it out. That's working a bit better actually. Yeah, there's a little one there, a little crease there. Whether I did these when I took the head off, I don't know, but I certainly didn't do that one on the side, the big gouge. Couple more to do there. Okay, that side is pretty good. So, as I said, I don't know if that will show up in this light, but that's flat now. I'm happy with that. I don't even think I need to clean that any more than it is. It's not really got any build-ups on it, so I'm going to put that back on now. I'll end this segment here and then I'll do another one once I'm set up. I'm not sure if I said it, I think I did in one of the first videos I made. When I got this engine, one of the valves was seized, and I think someone had, well, I don't think, I know someone had played about with it, because the nuts were on the wrong place. So the brass ones, these ones, were on this section where the oil is, and the steel ones are on here, or two of them were anyway. So someone had been mucking about, didn't really know what they were doing, and I guess they probably gave up. It was a while since I took this head off, so it's got a little bit rusty. I'm not quite sure how far I need to go down with that. That might be enough. Probably don't need to go all the way down. Need to get an extension on that, really. Let's try that one. I might get an extension for that. It's a bit better. If you can see what I'm doing, I better check. Yeah, you can. Give that another squirt of oil. Quite tight that. I don't want to break anything. It's very tight. I think I'm going to put the head on in a minute and see how far I need to go with these. I need some oil. I might have been better off running a tap down there actually. I don't know if I've got one that size, but it's very tight. Go just a little bit more. Okay. So those will be the ones with the brass nuts. They'll be the ones in the water. And these will be the steel ones. That one's easy. I've just realised something I'll show you in a minute. So what I've realised is that these domed nuts obviously can only screw down so far. So all I need to do is make sure that screws to the end, which it does on that one. And that one. It's wrong, isn't it? Of course it's wrong. It's those three. Yeah, so we're okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay, let's put the head on then. Take that off. Get your flattened out gasket. I wasn't sure whether I needed any gasket, I guess you call it compound. Not quite sure what you call it, but I don't have any, so we'll see how it goes. That's obviously the way it came off before. As I said in the previous section, this was an old gasket which I'm going to reuse because it looks pretty good to me. Okay, for the head. Okay, washers. I reuse the old steel washers. Need to move that camera up then, sorry. Steel washers in here. I'll have lots of oil on them. And then in the other section I'm going to use copper washers. Now these washers, you can see that it's Parkside, which people in the UK will probably recognise as Lidl. I was on holiday in, I think it was France somewhere, I can't quite remember, and we went into a Lidl and there was a pack of different size copper washers. So I thought, oh, they'd be useful. So those are what I shall use for the water side. You're not going to be able to see this bit. Not very exciting anyway, so I'm just going to screw on the 3 domed washers. That's finger tight for those. And then the two steel washers on this side. To keep rabbits, I actually live in the house now. This garage is full of bedding material and straw and it gets everywhere, including inside the engine. Okay, that's all 5 of them finger tight. I need another extension on that. I'm going to do it like you do wheels on cars, so I'm going to do up nuts which are opposite one another, if that makes sense, in that order, just to try and even out the load on the head when I screw it down. There's probably a certain way you should do this, certain sequence, but I think, as with wheel nuts, as long as you're sensible and you spread it diagonal or whatever, that should be good enough. Don't want to over tighten these. I think, especially with the brass domed nuts, I don't want to go any more than that. I think if it does leak, then I'll get some gasket compound and redo this. That's as tight as I'm going to go with those. Okay, so that's a little bit dark, but you probably can't see the third nut down there. So that's all done. That's the 5 nuts done up, and it's taking shape. So I think the next thing I will do will be to sort out this side, which is going to be the governor. Having said that, I might actually do the top here and get the valves in. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do the valves next, just in case I need to take things off again. So that will be the next installment. That will be the valves. Hope you enjoyed watching that. Please leave some comments. I'd like to get comments, and if you like what I've done, please leave me some likes. Thanks a lot, and subscribe, of course.